All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Well, I got a burr under my saddle.
We talk, you listen.
Somebody that's going to take an innocent life is not mentally insane?
You know them.
Time to nut up or shut up.
You love to hate them.
It's the Denton and Sasquatch Show.
You're a good team.
Can I bring my AR-15 next time?
Sure.
Yes.
This place is half talk show, half weird daycare. I love it.
You can't handle the truth.
Hello and welcome once again to the Denton and Sasquatch Show, coming to you from both California and Alabama. My name is Sasquatch. I live in California. And then there's Denton. I'm pretty sure he lives in Alabama, but sometimes he lives in his mind.
I like my mind. It's quiet there. Oh, by the way, everybody, while my mind is quiet, you're going to hear the little mice running in the little squirrel cage thingy, okay, because my computer is doing updating or whatever. You hear that? You can hear that.
Oh, I hear it.
And it's also going to mess with our sound quality. So, sorry, my bad. Just remember, Bill Gates is the devil.
What do you expect for free?
This computer was not free, and that's what really makes me mad. Anyway.
Not what I was talking about, but all right.
Look here. I see what you're saying, yeah. The people on prepperforms.net, who we always push on our show, already are aware of this, but Sasquatch has an announcement to make.
Yes, I do. I'm actually a woman.
Okay, by the way, I finally Googled it, and guess what?
What?
Transgender man is actually a woman. Okay, and a transgender woman is a man still with balls in a dress.
That's me. I'm wearing a pretty striped dress with no straps on it today, showing off my butt.
I just want to make that clear, because there's a lot of people that are out there that are just like me. We don't know these things. We don't really want to Google these things, but I did for our people. A transgender woman
I'm sure that's
is actually a man.
All right.
The world's gone crazy. Now, without further ado, you have an announcement to make to everybody listening.
To our millions of fans?
Our bazillions. We have bazillions, people.
Yes.
You're not alone. You're one of bazillions, and we love you, each and every one.
So you want me to say what happened? Is that what you're getting at?
You just cut out real big. What?
I said, so you want me to say what happened? Is that what you're getting at?
Didn't you go on vacation?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So you want me to say what happened? Is that what you want?
Well, tell us about your vacation and what happened on your vacation. Yeah, that'd be great.
During my vacation, I got engaged.
What?
Yeah, what? And it just so happens... Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, well, it just so happens that my beautiful bride-to-be is laying right next to me right now.
What?
She's really mad that I said something. The only unfortunate thing is I don't have two mics set up, so she can't join the show.
Hello, Lady Sass. How are you doing?
She's waving. You can at least say hi.
Hi.
There. You hear?
I heard her loud and clear. Great.
All right, good.
So, give us the whole story. You went on vacation. You and Lady Sass went on vacation. Tell us about the vacation. Tell us about Yosemite National Forest. A lot of us have no idea about it.
That is true. Well, it's a big, giant national forest with a lot of trees in it.
What kind of trees?
Oh, well, just off the top of my head, there's the cypress family, the pine family, hemlock, false hemlock, fir, redwood, yellow family. Got some birch, some dogwood, some laurel, some maple, some oak, some willow. Just to name a few.
And some others.
Yes, and the rest.
So what do you do? What do you do when you're? I guess you're camping.
Well, here's the deal. We stayed at a a motorhome park just outside of the national park. So it was like 5 miles down the road. And we drove into the park to enjoy the scenery and all that fun stuff. And then we went back to our campsite and had fun on the river and did some fishing and drank some beer. And
Okay, hold on. You said campsite, but you also said you're in a motorhome. So you got out of the motorhome and then went to a campsite and pitched a tent?
No. It's just it's an RV park, and they have a tent section and an RV section. But in the RV section, you can have a tent.
Why would you have a tent when you got an RV?
Well, because sometimes there's extra people that don't fit in the RV.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what, though? I did see a lot of nice rigs out there. I mean, expensive rigs. These people that do this all the time, they put some money into the rigs. But I did see 2 Trump 2020 flags on 2 different RVs.
In California?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, I would say 95% of the people there were at least conservative leaning, because I saw a lot of Gadsden flags and American flags and things like that. And then, of course, there were a few with like hippie stuff on them.
Did you talk to those people?
Yeah, talked to a couple of them. Actually, our neighbor was a firefighter in Lake Tahoe. Mm-hmm. He was a cool dude, and then he left the day before us, and a new guy came in, and I'm pretty sure he was a cop because he had the Blue Lives Matter sticker, and he was wearing the Gadsden flag T-shirt. So, and he looked like a cop. So,
no, did you talk to the hippie types?
Nope.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Although Sebastian's dad might have been a hippie type.
Sebastian.
There was this kid there that.
Feral child.
Yeah, he's a feral kid. He just kind of showed up at our campsite because we had our kids, and then the people next to us had 2 kids that were the same age as their daughter, and so they played and had a good time. Well, this kid kind of just showed up and was playing too, but he really had no parental unit paying attention to him or had any idea where he was. So I'm guessing his dad was kind of a hippie, because his dad did come over once or twice to check on him, but he was kind of disheveled looking, and I don't know, didn't really care about what his kid was doing.
Feral kid reminds me of Mad Max Thunderdome or something.
Yeah, kind of looked like that a little bit.
Okay, now tell us how the question popping occurred.
Wow, I got to go into all this, huh?
Yeah, I better believe it. You brought it up, it's been brought up. Yes, it's going to happen.
Well, as I said, we had neighbors, and they were cool, husband and wife, and their two little girls. And, we kind of hung out with them a bit and did some dinners together and some campfire things together. Well, we kept doing things with them, and I was trying to get us alone so I could pop the question, and every time that I did, Hot Nursey was like, oh, we're going to do s'mores tonight with the neighbors, or, oh, we're going to have dinner tonight with the neighbors, or, oh, we're going to go on a walk tonight with the neighbors. And I was just like, all right, tonight, this one night, we're doing a family night. We're just going to take a walk together, no other people. So we took a walk. There's a river, like, running right by, like, our campsite was right next to the river, so you could play in the river, fish in the river, do whatever you want. Well, I wanted to go to the other side of the river because there was a trail there, and just past the trail was just a mountain, so it was just mountain, trail, river. So we walked pretty far down to where there was a bridge across the river, and it was evening, it was sunset, pretty much. Well, this trail where we walked onto, I thought was more of a path, but where we walked in, it was more of a trail. So we started going up and down hills, and there's rocks, and we're having to carry the baby, and it's like none of us had shoes to do it on. We're all wearing flip-flops. So we only went a little ways in, but it was nice and secluded. There was nobody there. And it was right next to a big log. a log where some people had used the bathroom. So real romantic.
Oh, very romantic. Yes, it's like being in San Francisco.
But anyway, I get down on one knee and I say, Hot Nursey, will you marry me? And she kind of looked dumbfounded at first, like she didn't know what was going on. And
fight or flight was really creeping in her mind.
Then when it clicked, she went, yes. And then the funny part was her son was like, really? Really? Is this really happening? Really? Really? And he was like freaking out because he was like, I think he thought we were playing a joke on him.
In front of me? Next thing you know, you're going to kiss in front of me? Ugh.
Well, he's seen that before. But yeah, so That's pretty much it. Just nice and simple.
Well,
we're simple people.
now what this means to me is I have a couple more kids to influence.
Yeah, Uncle Denton's going to be a real good influence.
Well, Uncle Denton will be a good influence. Okay, I'm going to teach the children in the ways of the Constitution. Okay, borders, culture, things like that.
All right.
And also, I'm going to steal the children, and I'm going to take them to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area. I'm going to teach them to eat very unhealthy Southern food. It's just the real good things.
You're not going to. You're not going to teach them to eat the neighbors with taters, are you?
If need be. They shouldn't think this is something that they should do all the time, but when it's time to eat the neighbors with taters, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I would like to take them to the Gulf of Mexico, but we won't get in the water because of that flesh-eating bacteria. But we can eat some really good seafood. There's some.
Okay, so there's flesh-eating bacteria in the ocean. Then you're going to eat seafood from the ocean.
We're not going to eat sushi, man. It's going to be cooked properly.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, well, that's true. You never know. But I've never heard of anybody dying from a plate of seafood. But apparently, every once in a while, you'll die from going into the water with a scrape or a sore or something. I'm not going to take a chance with the next generation. You got to take care of them, nurture them, protect them, and let them grow up to do stupid things that they'll surely do, because we all do. But they'll probably live through it too. But anyway, you don't want to die from flesh eating. Anyway, that sounds like is a fantastic thing. We are all very happy for you. Congratulations to you. Our condolences to Lady Sass. It's going to be beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. It was bringing a tear to my eye.
And that's what I do. Bring tears to people's eyes. Sorry.
What? Yes. She's making jokes. She's making her own jokes over here. She's doing her own show.
Can she hear us?
Yeah, she's got headphones on.
Okay, good. All right.
Hey, you already know about the story. You want me to relay a story about the gas station?
I know the story already?
Yeah, I posted it on Prepper Forums about the why everybody should have a gun.
Yeah, you assume I read it.
Well, I figured you did. If you didn't, then it'll be brand new to you.
Well, it's great. You know how many times I reference something that's been posted on prepperforums.net and you say, huh?
Well, just because I'm a mod there doesn't mean I read anything.
What makes you think I read everything?
Well, I don't.
Anyway.
I just figured you did. All right, so here's the story. On the way back from Yosemite, we're coming out of Bakersfield, and we need to get gas before we head over the Grapevine. I'm sure you know what the Grapevine is from when you drove trucks.
I'm sure I could remember if I really tried.
The 5 freeway going into the valley.
Oh, I didn't know its name, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's called the Grapevine. Anyway, so we stop off in this little fart of a town, and it's really not even a town. There's like a Shell station with a mini mart, and there's like a taco truck outside, and then across the street there was an Arco station that wasn't even open because it was just built, and that's about it. There's like, I think, a truck wash there. So I'm pumping gas, and Hot Nursey says she needs to use the little Hot Nursey woman's room, and so she takes her daughter. And I'm just sitting there. Well, while I'm pumping gas, I didn't notice at first, but a few stalls over, there's a sheriff's SUV. And it's just sitting there, so I figured he was in using the bathroom or getting him a drink or something, whatever. And then I hear the sirens. Another sheriff's SUV comes rolling up quick, pulls in right behind his. Out jumps this big fat cop who's holding his belt as he runs into the store so it doesn't drop off of him. And I'm like, well, all right, what the hell's going on here? So I kind of wait a beat, and I'm thinking, I got to go check and see. So I start heading towards the store. Now, mind you, I'm carrying my concealed weapon on me, and I get about 5 feet from the door or so, and the door bursts open, and this kid comes running out wearing just basketball shorts. He's got a taser stuck to him, dragging the taser gun with him. Half a second later, the cop bursts out of the door. He falls over the trash can or ashtray or whatever it was in front of the door, knocks that over and kind of falls to the ground. And the kid starts running for this field. The cop gets up and starts chasing him. And then half a beat later, the fat cop comes running out, and they take off after him. So this whole time I got my hand on the side of my, where I carry my holster, and I run in and check on Hot Nursey and her daughter. They say they're okay. They were on the other side of the store, thank God, when all this went down. Then I look back outside, and the kid's still running through a field. The other cop's still chasing him. The fat cop is now turned around and is headed back to his car because he obviously doesn't want to run. But come to find out, when we were talking to the cashiers in there, I guess this was one of California's finest homeless people who may or may not have been on drugs, but he goes into this place quite often and kind of walks the mini mart, takes chips and stuff, and goes into the back corner where they have some seats and just starts eating, and then he bails and doesn't pay for anything. So I guess they got sick of it, and they knew who he was, so they called the cops. And what did you say? The cops were being really nice, right, to him?
Yeah, they were just saying, sir, please put your hands behind your head. They were being really calm and rational, and then
yeah, they asked him politely, just put your hands behind your head, and of course the guy freaked out and ran out the door for whatever reason. Got tased. You didn't see him get tased, did you?
I heard it.
Oh, you heard it? She heard the crackling. She didn't quite see it because the little area was kind of tucked around a corner. But there's the story. I mean, nothing happened, thank God. But, you should always...
Well, that's kind of funny. I mean, he's homeless.
Oh. Well, and then... Okay, going to Yosemite, it's about a 7-hour trip, so we had to stop for gas a few times. Before that, we were stopped at another place, and there was this lady, crazy lady, walking through the gas station who had a goatee. She had leather skin and a goatee. Now, this is in the desert, of course, so...
Okay, hold on. I'm confused. She's a lady, and she has a goatee.
Yes. So you know how old she's, like an older woman, but you know how like they get hair on their chins? Well, she...
Oh, yeah, I remember my first ex-wife's mother, yeah.
There you go. Well, she obviously had quite a few of them, and since she was mentally deranged, I don't think she really thought much about plucking them, but she had no teeth either. So I was in the mini mart this time, and it had a Subway in it, and I was getting something to drink there. Well, she comes in, and she tells me to go back to Merced, which is the town we just came from. She says, "Go. You need to go back to Merced." And I'm like, what? And then she comes over and tells the other 3 people that they're all dirty people. And then she gets on her phone and starts telling, I guess she was talking to the police because she said she wanted the 911 number or something. And she says,
what's the number to 911?
Yeah. No, she wanted the sheriff department or something, but I hear her on the phone. She had a cell phone. I don't know if it was working or not, but she was talking into it. She said, "Yes, I'm being stalked, and they took my dentures out of my car, and my children are not safe. They're trying to get my children," or something. And I pretty much left after that, and she wandered back outside and disappeared. But yeah, so a couple crazy people we ran into.
That was a very interesting vacation you guys went on.
On the way home it was. Well, not only that, when the mini mart thing happened with the kid that got tased, just after that, going over the grapevine, we get back on the freeway, and I see smoke coming up over the mountain. And I'm like, oh, no, please don't tell me that there's a fire over the grapevine. So we get right up to where it's at, and all the traffic stopping and everything. And, yes, there was fire up there. So Hot Nursey texts her friend's husband, who is a firefighter, and he has an app or something that tells him where all the fires are. So he looked on his app, and he said, yeah, there's a fire up there. So we turned around, headed back, drove back to Bakersfield, and had to take another 2-hour ride out of our way to go around the grapevine because we didn't want to drive through fire.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about. I didn't understand grapevine. I know what you're saying now. And, yeah, that's a lousy place to be.
Yeah, especially when it's on fire.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what else to say on that one.
The what?
Wow.
and slowly driving up it in an RV.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, they were letting cars up the mountain, but it was they were driving real slow, like maybe 10 miles an hour, and we were in an RV. I didn't want the thing overheating because it was hot.
Yeah.
So we took the safe way, went the long way, an extra 2 hours. No big deal, as long as we got home safe.
Well, we're glad that you made it back. Well, the hell with you. We're glad that Hot Nursey made it back. And the children?
I figured as much. No big loss if I don't make it, but as long as the kids and Hot Nursey are good.
Well, that's the way the Denton and Sasquatch family is.
That's right.
Women and children first, then Denton and Sasquatch. They made it back. Fine, whatever. We can easily be replaced by Hot Nursey and the kids.
Oh, yeah, they do a way better show than this.
And we should never forget that. So anyway, it sounds like it's a very fun vacation.
It was a lot of fun. Drank a lot of beer, hung out in the water, got to fish with the boy for a while. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. Yep. Yeah, we even got the little one fishing. We got her a cute little fishing pole. It was pink camouflage.
A Muddy Girl. They make Muddy Girl fishing poles, huh?
Oh, is that what that's called?
Yeah.
No, I did not know that, and learn something new every day.
Yeah. My wife's got a Muddy Girl AR-15.
I've seen those, but I didn't know that was what they called that. But yeah, she had a little fishing pole with that Muddy Girl stuff.
Dude, you need to get Mini Hot Nursey an AR-15 Muddy Girl.
Maybe, but she's not into pink. I'll have to get her turquoise. That's her.
Well, that'll work.
That's her color.
All right. Well, great. Well, we're glad you made it back and everything, and we're glad that we were able to podcast again. I've been people I work with us. Many of them listen to us. I have no idea why, but they've been wondering about this, and they would want to know where is Sasquatch. Well, they went on vacation.
I was at home in the forest. That's where I was.
Yeah, and then they would do the little, mimic the happy people. Oh, did they go to San Francisco? No, there's more to California than that. Actually, California's a beautiful place. Oh, it's so awesome. It's fabulous. No, stop it. Stop it now.
Well, Yosemite is actually only about 80 miles away from San Francisco, so we were pretty close, but...
Yeah, but it's not there. I mean, it's away from it, and it's a whole... You're just going to a different place. Well, it's a different universe.
I would much rather be walking through pines and rocks and rivers than drug needles and feces and all the stuff they have in San Francisco. So.
Oh yeah, I saw while you were gone. I saw some articles about some crazy things going on in California and San Francisco and everything. But I decided, because we've already burned up a lot of time right now, I decided to do a couple of things that wasn't particular to there. As a matter of fact, this one is coming from Indiana. Have you heard of Pete Buttigieg?
Yeah, he's the mayor guy that thinks he's going to be president, right?
Yeah. His name is Buttigieg or something. It's hard for me to pronounce. Anyway, and of course, this is from Breitbart. Go figure. White supremacy threatens to end the United States.
Well, it's because we're all white supremacists, right?
That's hard for me to understand. I've been looking around. I've been even asking my black friends, have you seen a white supremacist? And they have been looking too, around the shrubbery and the rocks. They can't find these people. However, Mayor Pete Buttplug says it could be the lurking issue that ends this country in the future if we don't wrangle it down in our time. We've got to wrangle it down. And that kind of scares me, because that kind of reminds me of Brokeback Mountain. But...
I'll take your word for it, because I never saw that movie.
I didn't either, but I heard about it, and that's why I never will watch it. But anyway, Buttigieg argued that white supremacy started the Civil War and almost ended the United States. You know what? That would be 2 shows in itself if we were to discuss the Civil War. 4 shows.
Well, wait a second. Before you go on, or correct me if I'm wrong here, but didn't all the protests that have been going on and everything, weren't those like Antifa? So I don't see where like white supremacists are taking the country down. And all the... You
mean where people are getting beat up and maced and...
Yeah, and all the pussy hat ladies doing their little protests and all that other crap that was going on for a while there?
Yeah, the only thing I can remember as white supremacists in the last 2 years was a group of 20 or 30 Klansmen tried to demonstrate down a street, and the people didn't even want them there.
Yeah, it was something stupid like that.
Yeah, and so they were kind of mocked out of the town, and yeah, but they're dangerous apparently. They scurry from mockery, and so it's crazy. But anyway, Mayor Pete is just... If we do not tackle the problem of racial inequality in our time, I am convinced that it will upend the American project in my lifetime, he says. It brought our country to its knees once, and if we do not act, it could again. Can we think about this for a second? I mean, I know you got thoughts. Give me your thoughts.
My thoughts?
Got thoughts? Your thoughts. Yes, your thoughts. Oh, and by the way, if you're listening to us and you have thoughts too, please feel free to contact us at the Denton and Sass Show at gmail.com, where Sasquatch will read it and he'll respond. Won't you?
Yes, I will.
What are your thoughts on this? Do you see racial inequality just tearing this country apart?
I don't, but when you're talking about that, it brought to mind, I remember I saw a story not too long ago about Mayor Pete, I guess when he was in college, and he wrote some poetry. I'm looking for it right now, and I can't find it. But he wrote some poetry that was a little racist, I guess, and I guess he took some pictures with some Confederate flags and things like that. So maybe he's the one that's the white supremacist.
And now he's doing the Biden thing. He's switching sides.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't find it. Maybe I'll find it later. But
well, that's all confusing to me because growing up in the South Alabama, the rebel flag was pretty popular. Even with black folks. Because it was a symbol of Southern heritage for us. It wasn't a racial thing, and it wouldn't have been a racial thing if it hadn't been these Fruit Loops making it a racial thing last handful of years. And so now everybody, black folks I've talked to are now kind of conditioned. Oh, I didn't see it was racist, but now, I think they're right. It's kind of offensive. And the reason why is because of the American media. The so-called news have been pushing this crap on people. And if you read it long enough, you're going to lose your mind and, become part of the pod people.
So what you're saying is there won't be any sequel to the Dukes of Hazzard?
Apparently not. I was hoping there would be because, Daisy, she really sported those Daisy Duke shorts. But, and the body was great, but I was hoping for one with a better face.
Are you talking about a TV show, Daisy, or are you talking about the movie?
No, I was talking about the TV show.
Oh, okay. Catherine Bach. She was pretty.
I didn't say she wasn't pretty.
Oh.
I'm just saying they could have. Never mind. This is beginning to sound really chauvinistic or something. I didn't want to go down that road.
Well, then I won't tell you that I like when Hot Nursey wears her Daisy Dukes.
Well, I'm sure she sports the crap out of them. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about the TV show when I was a kid.
And you know what? I think we're going to get you a Confederate flag bikini.
Who, me? I'm not wearing it.
Not you, her. I'm talking to her. She's like, yeah, all right.
I already told you my cornhole. I wanted one with the Confederate flag and one with the American flag.
Oh, that's right. She wants me to make her a cornhole game, and I got to put American flag, Confederate flag on each side.
I'm sorry. When you said cornhole, all I could think of is Beavis and Butthead. What are you talking about?
You're thinking of cornholio. No.
Well, that's close
The
enough.
game cornhole where you throw beanbags into the little hole on a board.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Wow, I knew this was going to be a very informal show. I didn't know how informal. Okay, how much more time do we have?
Because about 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to go straight to our public service announcement. How about that?
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, now look here. I'm 55 years old, and I don't weigh that much. Okay, I'm kind of thin, so this is kind of important to me. Now, I've got gastritis because a few years ago, I learned the ways of the spice. Peppers. My favorite thing is anything slathered in habanero sauce. Okay? Now, I've just read from studyfinds.org. Mild sauce, clear mind. Spicy diet linked to dementia, study finds. I'm in trouble now. Apparently, I'm in more trouble than I really realized because I'm looking at the name in Australia, this town, Adelaide.
Sounds about right.
Maybe 10 years ago, I would have known how to pronounce it. I'm thinking it's Adelaide, Australia. Here's something to consider the next time you're thinking about ordering a spicy dish. A long-term international study has found that a spicy diet could lead to dementia. According to the study, older adults over the age of 55, oh, good, I'm not there yet, who consume more than 50 grams of chili per day displayed nearly double the risk of developing poor cognition and a decline in overall memory. Interestingly, slimmer adults indulging in spicy diet exhibited even more significant memory loss.
Well, you're screwed then.
I am. Who are you? Chili consumption was found to be beneficial for body weight and blood pressure in our previous studies. However, in this study, we found adverse effect in cognition among older adults. Lead researcher Dr. Zuman Shi, that's ASHI, he's Zuman Shi, explains in a statement. Researchers have now analyzed the chili intake of 4,582 Chinese adults over the course of 15 years. Fresh and dried chili pepper consumption was tracked, but sweet capsaicum and black pepper were not included in the study. All right. This is what I'm taking away from this, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm calling BS on the study because both Hispanic and Asians eat very spicy food, and a lot of them don't have dementia.
How would you know?
Because I know a lot of Hispanic and Asian people that are over 55 and slim.
Yeah, but do you know the ones that have lost their mind already? They're probably not talking to you.
Well, I guess this would be true, but still, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like those two cultures have a lot of crazy elderly people in them.
Well, I'm just saying, look here, they analyzed 4,582 Chinese adults. What else do you need?
Well, I guess it's true then.
Okay, now here's the thing. Eggs are bad. No, eggs are good. Coffee's bad. No, coffee's good. No, coffee's bad. No, coffee is now good. What the?
Well, same with wine and beer and everything else.
Yeah.
One day
Enjoy
it's good,
life.
one day it's bad.
I'm going to eat my habaneros. I don't know if it's the same thing as chili. I mean, I understand it's not the same thing as chili. Okay, but I've decided I'm going to drink aloe vera gel and eat taquitos slathered in habanero sauce.
Well, this actually work out because you'll be sitting in a corner doing the show by yourself, thinking that you're actually on the air, and I don't know, I'll be drinking a beer somewhere.
So this is the last show we're going to have, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our little run for 3 years. Apparently, I've lost my mind, and Sasquatch is an alcoholic.
Yes.
I'm kidding. We'll be both here next week, if not sooner, and he'll be drunk, and, well, you won't know. I won't know if I'm here, because apparently I'll be gone. So anyway, hey, congratulations, brother.
Thanks,
and
sir.
Hot Nursey, if you have any problems with them, let me know. I'll fly out there and straighten them out.
Thank you.
She said
My
you.
pleasure. So anyway, we have some good news. That's for Lady Sass and Sass. We have some crazy news, which is spice is bad, bull crap, flag on the play. And, of course, always the liberals are crazy. So it's happy, uh-oh, and normal. So what do, Sass?
Drink up.
Because, hey, it helps with the comedy. Good night, everybody.
And we're doomed.
Yes, we are. I didn't want to say that because I'm tired of saying we're doomed. We're not doomed. We're not doomed. We're just going to laugh our way all the way to the gulags because you know that's where they're going to put us. One day they're going to say, those two crazy bastards keep on telling the truth. We've got to get them off the streets and off the airwaves.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
And I'll tell you another thing. I'm going to tell you one more thing. If they put me in one of those concentration camps, those gulags, if they don't have a coffee pot somewhere in there, I'm going to lead a rebellion.
Or habaneros.
Or habanero sauce.
Yes, if they don't have that and coffee, there's no reason to live. They might as well go ahead and put me to the guillotines. I'm going to fight up until then. And by the way, if they try to put me in the showers, you know, the gas chamber showers,
Yes.
they tell me that I'm not going to fold my clothes neatly. I'm going to throw my clothes everywhere. I'm going to poo in my hand, fling them on the walls. It's up to them to clean it because they're going to kill me anyway, right? Why should I go quietly into the night? I'm sorry. I'm on a roll here. Okay, I'm shutting up.
I noticed. Maybe I'll have a fat Coptasia.
The donuts make you run slow, you know? Anyway, I know y'all got things to do. It doesn't involve me.